Ladies and gentlemen, welcome home. This is TheAlaskaDE here once again, bringing you more Battlefield 3. We have Conquest this time, starting out on Damavand Peak. We're in a very bleak situation, as you can tell by the ticket counter in the lower left-hand portion of the screen. We are the US, and we are down 88 tickets to 201. Our teammates just kind of stopped caring halfway through the game. And I was trying valiantly to keep it going, and this is the predicament that we found ourselves in. So we had started off right at the beginning of the video. We had B, and that was it. So we were falling back to try and capture our deployment flag, which was A since we're US. And we did that, but in the process of doing that, our whole team rotated, which was okay because we outnumbered them and eliminated them all. But in that rotation, they came back in and took B from us. So right there, I picked up the AT mines a minute ago. If you're an engineer, you can actually pick up AT mines. It doesn't matter if you have them equipped or not. If you see them on the ground, help your teammates out. In case you have a really dumb person in the tank who doesn't see them on the minimap, even though they glow like miniature stars on the minimap, you those up for them. So we ran back to B, and we're in the process of eliminating the people on the spawns. As you saw right there, there's a spawn in the door with his back to the closest flag, and then there's a spawn on the middle column. There's a few there actually. So right here, our teammates killed him around the flag. We took the flag. They're moving up. They're moving up a little bit more aggressively than I am. That's how I was able to get that cleanup double kill right there. And so they're moving right, and I'm going to move left. This is a really good play. You see the mini-map shows only a few of us being aggressive, and even so I'm still being kind of passive-aggressive. You see I'm checking all my corners, I'm checking down the hallway over and over again, and when you're in a situation where you're down this many tickets and every life counts, this is what you have to do. You have to play passive-aggressively, constantly checking your corners. It keeps you alive. Like right here, I didn't check long enough. I almost died because of it, down to 20% health. Win that gun battle though. So right now we have them in the bleed. We have A and B, and we're contesting C. So right now they have no flag points at all. They have to spawn their deployment, and at this moment I thought it was a good idea to move up. It was a bad moment for me. I got picked off, but this tri-cap that we got was very crucial at this point in the game. We had them in a substantial bleed right here because we had all 3 points, and I was able to spawn here and engage the armor. Now right here I see the tank, and I actually shoot the ground next to it because I had a call out about the repairer being behind the tank, so I was going to try and kill the repairer before engaging the vehicle. Right here, some of our team is moving up, and this is a good and bad thing. It's a good thing to put pressure on them, but we don't want to overextend and have them get behind us. Right here in the Vodnik, another tip, if you actually get a grenade under the front half of the Vodnik, any person that's inside the gunner seat will actually die or be damaged. Some instances I died, so that was my reasoning right there. Too slow to reload the RPG, and I couldn't shoot him from the angle, so I just tried to throw a grenade. We lose C, which is okay, because it allows our team to focus on B. You see the mini-map, and right here I'm going over what to spawn in as, and trying to get a good idea of what my teammates are doing. I ultimately decided to stay engineer just because I know as we get closer to the game ending, people get more frantic with their pushes, and the tank will become a huge tool on the opposite team. So I want to be able to still engage that tank no matter what happens. Spawn on B and just basically play passive aggressively. Passive in the sense that we want them to push into us, into the choke points. Damavand Peak that's all the inside is. You have the main alley, and then you have the two side alleys, or the side hallways. And right here again, I'm making it a point to push up on the left hallway because none of my teams seem to be engaging this left hallway. We have them in the bleed now, as you see. In the process of us losing roughly 36 tickets, they have lost over 100. This is the effect of the bleed. You don't need all 3 points to win. You just need the 2, and you need to keep them consistent, and you need to slay around them. Now you notice I shot the first RPG at the turret because I noticed the reactive armor on the side, and there is no reactive armor on the turret whenever you load up that specialization on the tank. So tip there, if you see a vehicle or a tank, always, in most situations, unless you can see the back of the vehicle, try and shoot the turret first. Just in case, if you can't make a visualization on the reactive armor, you don't know if it's there for sure. The best bet is just to go for the turret. Now right here again, it's the same play I had done earlier. We cleared people out around the tunnels, and then we're moving up to put pressure on them at the entrance. Shouldn't have probably engaged this sniper right here. Not really a great idea with the M4. But at the same point, I was confident in my teammate's ability, and that confidence was a little bit misguided, and I get knifed. Not at all happy about that, but it happens. So right now, the opposite team, the Russians, what they should be doing is rotating into the point that has the least amount of players, and that's going to be A. You can see on the mini map they're kind of almost doing it. How you rotate easily on this map is going to be the chopper. Our team had been doing literally nothing in the chopper the whole entire time. Really bad on Damavand, especially if the opposite team has a half-decent chopper at all. You can easily just pilot people over the mountain and down and behind them. At this point, it's down 37 to 62. In the process of us losing 50 tickets, they have lost over 140. Confidence is starting to build right here. I'm starting to play a little bit more aware and going, back to my spot over and over again. As you see, I keep on pushing for this connector, as I like to call it, engaging the infantry and the vehicles before they can even get to B. That's a key point, is you don't want to allow them to put pressure on the cap point itself. If you can keep the battle away from it, then you're going to allow people to keep on respawning there, and more importantly, respawning there without pressure on them. That's the worst thing that can happen in a situation where you're trying to come back from a loss. Is if you're spawning it, but you're spawning it under pressure, so you can't get a good idea what you're doing right off the spawn. You have to worry about not dying as soon as you spawn, instead of worrying about what routes you should be taking and what objectives you should be going after. And this is where things go south again. We let them rotate. They came in from A, got people dropped off in the Z11, and they pushed in behind us. As we were focusing up on C, too many of our teammates pushed up, and they came in behind us, contested A, and then took B. We're in a very, very, very bad position right now. We are in the bleed with only 17 tickets left, and their tank was coming towards our spawn. We take the tank out, and right here, all caution was thrown to the wind. We have to get B at all costs. I ran across the open field, was just fingers crossed that there were no spawns there. I doubled back on the tunnel to try and clear it out for my teammates, killed the person on the flag, and all of our focus right now is capping B. There's supposed to be a spawn at that doorway, that's why I was looking. Get shot from the side, teammate cleans it up, do that panic RPG. Could have been a good clip, but you know, never works out the way you want it. So right now, I know there's spawns at the doorway, focusing on those. We already capped it. So if they're gonna come from anywhere, for some reason, in situations where you really need to be smart, since that people do the dumbest things, we are still in a bad position. We have only 8 tickets left. We do have them in the bleed though. So right now, all of our focus is keeping them off this capture point, putting pressure on them, but not aggressively. We want to play very passive right here, and we are all the way down to 7 tickets, 7 to 22, and the teammate finally pulls through with the revive. Beautiful, beautiful revive right there. And at this point, I am freaking out, very much so. This was going to be amazing if we can pull this off. 7 to 12, 7 to 10. They lose the dual tickets on the one revive. This kid almost runs me over with the C4 Vodnik. I run away from that as fast as possible. I am not going to lose a game because I killed my C4 on a vehicle. And there you have it. 7 to 5, 7 to 3, and 7 to 1, 7 to 2, 7 to 1. Boom. There we go. That is how it's done. That is how you come back from a deficit. And that is how you embarrass kids online and then post videos about it on YouTube. because it's a lot of fun. We're gonna go through all the smexy ribbons, the repair engineer kit, hoorah, main battle tank. I don't remember being a tank. It wasn't in the video, that's for sure. Avenger, Conquest, yeah, you'll see them all. Guys, if you enjoyed this, please let us know. If you want to see more Conquest from me on my channel, please let me know. And I hope you gained something from this. I know we went over a few things, play the class that you need to, engineer at certain points, always your map rotation or your flag rotation, understanding when and when not to push. Definitely don't want to overextend when you don't need to, and a few other things. Thank you very much for watching, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you very much, guys. Cheers.